الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين خاتم النبيين مولانا أبي القاسم محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم كن لوليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آله في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا معينا حتى تسكنه أرضك توبا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. أما بعد فقد قال الله الحكيم في كتابه الكريم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وما هذه الحياة الدنيا إلا لهو ولعب وإن الدار الآخرة لهي الحيوان لو كانوا يعلمون. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the merciful. The worldly life is not more than ordinary life. It is the life hereafter which will be the real life, if only they knew it. For respected senior citizen, I would like to translate into Urdu as well. और ये जिंदगानी दुनिया एक खेल तमाशे के सिवा कुछ नहीं है और आखिरत का घर हमेशा की ज़िंदगी का मरकज़ है, अगर ये लोग कुछ जानते हों और समझते हों. सलावत. So, as you know, our topic is the purpose of our life. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. My dear friends, come and sit in front of me, all you fellows. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So we are discussing about the purpose of life. So why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us for certain times. So is there any purpose for our creation? So we are all try to finding a good useful information for our practical life. So if we ask these questions ourselves, then we will able to find a right answer through right sources. So, but again, how we know which source is right to get a right information? How we know? So, for example, in our daily life, if one of us not feeling well, what we do? We go to see our GP to find out what's happening with our health. So what we do normally to see our GP, and then GP subscribe a medication for us, and then we will take that medication to the pharmacy, and then we get a right medication for our health. This is normal practice. But in back home, like Pakistan and India, if you go any pharmacy, if you ask any medicine, they will give you without looking any prescription. This is a wrong practice. Why? The person who is selling medication, a shopkeeper, he is not a doctor. He is not a consultant. He is selling you a medication without consultation of any doctor. A person who's getting medication through pharmacy without consultation any doctor, he will suffer one day because he is having medication, and due to side effects he's going to have a bad health. So this is an example. If a sick person is not following a proper procedure, how to get a right medication from right source. So, but country like back home in India and Pakistan, these kind of practices you can see. But in UK, we can't get medication without any consultation. So, as I said, this is a wrong practice. So, if one of is visiting his or her GP and discuss his or her illness, then GP prescribe a right medication for him, and then he or she will get a right information for the right medicine. So same approach we should apply for right direction for our religion. How? Because it is a matter of our akhirah. Why? Because we are not staying in this world forever, as I said yesterday. So think about it. Ask this question yourself. Do you realize in this temporary world, where we have a proper procedure about how to get a right source through right system, through right stuff, and then we are in developing countries. But and remember, this is a temporary world. And but what about our akhirah? Do we have any kind of system where we can go and get a right source of information for our religion? Do we have any kind of system? Did you ask yourself this kind of question? How we can get a right information from right source if we need any kind of information for our religion? Let's go in details. Before I go in detail, please recite Salawat. So we are all not knowledgeable, right, in terms of seeking a religion information, right? We have a certain level of information, right? So where we can get useful information regarding our religion for betterment of our akhirah, where we can go. So this is a question everyone thinks, right? So just keep this question in your mind and move on with me. Just keep this question in your mind. So when we organizing our program in our Islamic centers for betterment of our generation, so we need to be very, very careful about selection of preachers, because means who is going to be deliver a lecture majalis for our generation. If a person is not compatible to deliver right material about Islam, then our generation will get wrong information from illiterate person. So we need to be very, very careful. Like if you remember the example which I gave, a person who's selling medication, he is not doctor, but he's selling. The same thing apply in this place as well. A person who is sitting here, he must be a qualified, he must be a deliver a relevant information about Islam. But in different idaras, unfortunately, the Intizamiya hiring a person who is not even capable to sit on this member. And whatever he's saying to the youth, and youth are getting a wrong information from those people. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Another simple example I'm giving you just to understand this very important situation. When we go for shopping, what we do? We look at the product, right? And which product we select, which one is best for your life? Maybe clothes, maybe eating, food, anything. So we are selecting best product for shopping. Am I right? So when the matter of religion education, so why we are not thinking about to select a best preacher who's got a good knowledge of Islam, and then give a good knowledge for your youth, and then that knowledge your youth will apply into your practical stages. But unfortunately, in some adaras, people are coming here and then spending hours and hours delivering unnecessary stuff, and even not in English, even in their own language, Punjabi. I'm not disrespecting any language, but our youth, mother tongue is English language. So they want to know what's going on the mimbar. If they don't know other language, so it means youth are coming and listening to getting some useful information. If they are not getting useful information, it means they are not getting anything. So why we are spending £100,000 on idaras? Because of our youth. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So be careful, because we are spending public money in this idara. This idara not running by one person or two-person. So be careful, we are spending public money for arrangement at Islamic centers. So we are utilizing viewers' times. So I'm here, if I don't deliver any productive thing, so it means I'm wasting your time. Am I right? I'm here to deliver a useful stuff so you can apply those useful stuffs into your practical life for your akhirah. If I'm not to fulfill my duty there and then, it means I'm not honest with you. So it is very important, because these idaras are utilizing public money, and this is a responsibility of the management to utilize those money for the right purpose. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So wasting time is not good for everyone. So what we need to do in this situation? We need to arrange a right person to fulfill our required task. So where we can get a right person, we, mashallah, we have an organization here in UK, Majlis Shia Europe. You can contact them, you can ask them which person is most useful and authentic in English language, and you can get the right person name, then you can arrange for your majalis. So this is another way. Or you can do your own search, and then you can write. Nowadays, social media, you can find a good speaker on YouTube, and then you can find the name and address. So remember what our last prophet said in his last sermon on the return of the Hajj. He said, you heard many times, but this is very important. That's I have to keep repeating it again and again. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, I am going to leave two important things among you. One is Holy Quran, and second is Ahlul Bayt. If you leave or separate yourself any one of them, then you will be not a successful person. So it means Quran and Ahlul Bayt both are our most useful sources, where we can get a best information to fulfill our required task, and then we will be one day a successful person for in this world and for akhirah. So we need to find a proper system, because it is not enough for us to read Quran with translation, because sometime we are going to stuck somewhere, because we have a certain level of education about Quran, right? We have a certain level of information about teaching of Ahlul Bayt. So we need to find a proper system where we can get a proper understanding with the right approach to know about a deep knowledge of Quran and teaching of Ahlul Bayt. So here I heard, unfortunately, in UK, some parents sending their kids on other school of thought, their mosque, their Islamic centers, to getting Quran Majid knowledge, to learn Quran Majid. Please don't do that, because They might teach you Quran Majid, how to read Quran Majid, but same time they will feed you some other stuff as well, which will be not good for you, which will be against Ahlul Bayt teaching. So our Islamic Idara should have a proper Quranic classes with a relevant, good teacher who knows the tajweed, everything. Please do not send your kids, if my parents listening, to other school of thought, because they are teaching other stuff as well. And your kids might get confused as well, because when your kids getting knowledge of Quran over there, the same time kids are performing namaz on their own method, right, which is no good. And when your kids back to home, or your kids back to our idara, then our kids performing namaz according to our method. This kind of situation, your kids gets confused. So please don't do that. Please send your kids only on idara where you can have a teaching of Ahlul Bayt. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Another important things I would like to tell you, because I can see, I have been experienced myself as well. You know that the kids, 4 years, 5 years, please make sure your kids have a proper toilet training, because this area is Pak and Tahir, right? If your kid's going toilet on his own, and father is not going, mom is not going with him or with her, so you don't know what's going on in the toilet, right? It is very important. Taharat is very important. So the kids under 5 years, 4 years, or 6 years, the parents, father must go with boy and mom must go with daughter. Make sure he or she not applying same thing what he or she doing in school toilet, because I saw the kids are doing same way the way they are doing in school, and there is no proper taharat system in school. So please, because new carpets here, everything is new here, just because of your comfort. So this is a responsibility on us as well. So when you should go with your kids 5 years, 6 years, and in toilet, and make sure it's a proper cleaning and proper taharat, and come back with wuzu. Do not come back without wuzu, because this is a majlis of Imam Hussain. You guys are not only sitting here, angels are also here. Baby also here in ladies section. Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam also here. But we are gunegar, we can't see them. So please make sure, according to Taharat point of view, make sure everyone clean and sit on this Farsh Azab with wuzu. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So I was talking about a proper system where we can get a proper understanding with the right approach to know about deep knowledge of Quran Majid and teaching of Ahlul Bayt. So don't worry about this. Our 11th Imam, Hazrat Imam Hasan Askari alayhi salam, sorted this problem in his time. One of his companions, he used to live far away from his house. He sent a letter about some kind of social problems. People asked for the solution of those problems. Then Imam said, I know you are a knowledgeable person. You don't need to send me a letter to get a solution. You can give fatwa on your own. So this is how system of taqleed start. But in the time of Reba, when 12th Imam went on Reba, then Imam himself select Naibe Imam, and then he said whenever he will reappear during that time of Reba, you can assist mu'mineen and give them solution of their own problems. So during the time of Ghaiba, our 11th Imam has introduced system of taqleed already, and our 12th Imam already introduced. So we can take benefit through this system for the right direction, and we as a mu'min can get useful information through taqleed. So taqleed is wajib. We cannot perform our wajibat without taqleed. If we performing our wajibat, our namaz, our other ibadat without taqleed, our ibadat will be not accepted in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So taqleed is very important. So you might be think about, some of you maybe know what is taqleed, but maybe some of you don't know what is taqleed. So I would like to explain system of the taqleed to our youth. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So in Islam, taqleed means following the established opinion and rulings of knowledge Islamic scholars in matter of jurisprudence, right? In matter of social problems. So we are seeking a Maraja Karam. So we have several Maraja Karams here, several senior scholars. According to Shia Islam, in Shia Islam, taqleed specifically refers to the following of a mujtahid, a scholar qualified to exercise ijtihad in a legal or social matters. So why it is practiced? Taqleed is practiced because it is recognized that few individuals have the expertise to derive all the legal ruling from the Quran and Ahadith themselves. So everyone can't be a Maraja. It's a very, very high position. It takes 50 to 60 to 70 years to become a Maraja. So following the ruling of qualified mujtahid provides a practical and reliable path for Muslims to understand and follow Islamic laws. This is the reason why taqleed is wajib. So we need to follow. So before I go ahead, I've got some feedback. Some of the youth want to know about the Karbala and 10th of Muharram. I will go towards Karbala 10th of Muharram smoothly. Today is the 2nd of Muharram. But if we don't discuss our basic stuff, our boundaries, which relying on our religion, then it means I'm not fulfilling my duty. This is the reason why I selected a topic, the purpose of life. So I am giving you a useful ingredients of your life. Once we know the useful ingredients of our life, then we will move on for the Karbala story. Because first we know who we are, how important our values are. Once we know, then we know the importance of Karbala. So here today I'm telling you the importance of taqleed. So we cannot stay away without taqleed. We need to know about taqleed and we need to adopt a system of taqleed. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So Shia Imams have emphasized that individuals who are not expert in Islamic law must follow the guidance of Mujtahid. This is because not everyone can be expected to have the knowledge and expertise to interpret Islamic law and on their own. So it means we have to follow someone. So how we know which one is a suitable person for taqleed? So before I go, I would like to share a Quranic verse. The concept of taqleed is also supported by verses in the Quran that encourage seeking knowledge from those who are knowledgeable. So in the book of Holy Quran, chapter 16, ayat number 43, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِن قَبْلِكَ إِلَّا رِجَالًا نُوحِي إِلَيْهِمْ فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. We did not send you before, O Muhammad, but men to whom we revealed. But if you, O people, do not know, then ask the people of expert knowledge, those who have knowledge of the divine revelation. So it's clearly mentioned. If we stuck somewhere, if we don't know any certain knowledge about Quran Majid or teaching of Ahlul Bayt or about Ahadith, we need to look someone. So according to this ayat, if we are seeking any kind of solution, any kind of knowledge, any kind of social information, then we have to adopt system of taqleed for betterment of a worldly life and life after death for our akhirah. So what you need to do, just select one of authentic Maraja Karam like Ayatollah Uzma Syed Ali Khamenei, Na'uzillah, Ayatollah Uzma Syed Ali Sistani, Ayatollah Uzma Makaram Shirazi, and we have one Ayatollah for in our language as well from Pakistan, Ayatollah Uzma Syed Bashir Najifi. So, and there are other Maharaja Ikram you can find out through authentic websites and select one of them and start doing taqleed if you are not doing right now. So do taqleed from today, so at least you can save your all ibadahs on their own. If you don't do taqleed, if you keep continue your ibadat will be not accepted. So make sure you do taqleed. So taqleed is wajib, as I said, and without taqleed you cannot achieve your religious spiritual goals because it is the right source which was introduced by our 11th Imam, Imam Hasan Askari alayhi salam. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Assalamu ala Husain wa ala وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. Once again, together. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى The caravan of Imam Hussain stopped some point during the journey towards Karbala. Imam Hussain alayhi salam asked, "Is anyone know what is the name of this place?" Imam Hussain said, "Keep asking. Anyone know what is the name of this place?" Someone said it is called Nineveh. Someone said other name, but one of the local persons said this land called Karbala. When Imam Hussain heard the name of Karbala, he said, "Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un." Today is the 2nd of Muharram. Imam Hussain reached on the land of Karbala. Today Imam Hussain called the tribe of Bani Asad, who lived near Karbala, and bought the land of Karbala from them for 60,000 dirham. Look at this, Imam Hussain is going to sacrifice life. Imam Hussain is going to sacrifice his family life, but still he is teaching us how to deal with the matter of buying and purchase stuff. He bought the land first, he paid the whole money first, because he knew he's gonna be killed alone. He's gonna be killed on 3 days thirst with hunger. He gave land back to them and said to the man first, I will soon be killed here. All the members of my family will be killed too. No one will be buried us or no one will be buried us. When we are dead, when we are killed, please come and put some soil for us. Ya Hussain, Ya Hussain. Then Imam Hussain called the women of Bani Asad. If your men are too scared to come, then you do this job. Finally, Imam Hussain called the children of Bani Asad, and he said them, if your parents cannot come, then you come as if you are playing and cover our soil. When I was reading this instruction, when Imam Hussain was talking with the tribe of Bani Asad, I learned one thing about Azadari Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Please do not discontinue this religious thing, because Imam Hussain giving instruction, the men first, the women first, then women, and then at the end our children. Please perform Azadari Imam Hussain at any level. Women also doing on their own, men also doing on their own. I can saw myself, I've been experiencing, I've been attending a Majlis by arranging from kids. So it is a blessing on us. We are followers of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib. We are spending our time on Farsh-e-Azhar. He asked them, then Imam Hussain asked them to point out his grave to those who come for ziyarah. وَسَيَعْلَمُ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا أَيَّ مُنْقَلَبٍ يَنْقَلِبُونَ إِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ. May Allah grant us the ability to benefit from the blessing of Muharram. May Allah grant us the ability to follow the path of Imam Hussain and spread his message. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala